listening on the interwebs, thank you for using modern technology. It's pretty cool. If you were texting me just now asking why the Facebook live stream isn't up, well, it is. It is. Double check. Also, YouTube Live. Also, in the future, you can hang out with us on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, SoundCloud. What other ones am I forgetting? There's some cool ones. I don't know, but that's it. That's the big ones, at least. That's the big ones. So, RIP Shohei Ohtani. It was a good run, fandom. It is in the sports world. It is the elephant in the room. But let's talk about the real talking point for today, and that is, Marie, Donald Trump's mugshot. That is correct. Good job. Where's Donald Trump's mugshot? I want to see the first president in the history of the United States to have a mugshot. I don't want this, Marie. I need it. I need it in my life. I don't just in my eyes. I just want to take a look at it. I just want to see that it exists, that this isn't some fever dream that I've been involved in this whole time, that I'm not the Truman Show-esque hero of some futuristic reality TV show, that this is real life, this is really happening, that a 4-time indicted president is about to have a mugshot. I don't care where you fall in the political spectrum. This is crazy. A former president of the United States of America, your dumbest aunt on Facebook probably thinks he's still the president, but a former president of the United States of America, decent chance he'll be president again if, again, my dumbest aunt on Facebook has her way. The ex-president of the United States had to take a mug shot today. That is bonkers. That is as insane as anything you're going to experience in your adult life. Is there a crazier situation that someone could bring up right now and just be like, oh, totally. That makes way more sense. In the span of 2 days, Russia crashed a spaceship into the moon, rendering it useless, burnt down a nuclear waste facility, and had a bunch of deserters run away from Ukraine. That's a bad couple days. Not as bad as an ex-president having to take a mugshot. This blows my mind. Also, what blows my mind is that Shohei Ohtani was able to keep this up for 3 straight years. Okay. No. And he's up. That is terrible. Horrible pun. Not your best work. Probably the face of sports worldwide. He's like the most popular athlete worldwide. He's the most profitable athlete worldwide. And the things that he's been doing for the past 3 years have not been done ever in baseball for that long of amount of time. Sure, I'll give you all the Babe Ruth you want. I'll give you all the Rick Ankiel you want. But that's never been a Shohei Ohtani. This situation has never happened in the history of sports. And we had 3 years to watch in awe of his excellence. He's going to win the MVP this year. His wins above replacement. He could not play another game the whole rest of the year, and he'll be the MVP of the American League this year. He should have been the MVP of the American League last year, but Aaron Judge had to go and set a home run record and get all these feel-good votes from sports writers when it should have been Shohei. Even with Aaron Judge breaking the home run record, Shohei Ohtani should have been the MVP last year. I got one way. We're going to hit a little bit more on this again in the 4:30 segment because I got more thoughts on this. I'm going to tell you how bad the Angels screwed up once again. But Sports fan, friend of the show, especially baseball fan, sports adjacent fan of being a fan adjacent. I'm talking about literally everyone. I told you for 2 years now that you should have been watching this guy play. And now, depending on what his doctor says, depending on what the inside of his elbow says, he might never pitch again. Knowing Shohei Ohtani's character, knowing how hard he works, knowing the type of person that he is, I guarantee you he's going to do whatever he can in his power to get back on the mound and be the best two-way player in the history of the sport. And for my money, the best player in the history of the sport. Sure. Well, the day before, he pulled himself early from the game because he was experiencing arm fatigue, is what he called it in the moment. That means he ripped his elbow open and didn't want to admit it. The very next inning, he hit a homer. He hit a homer with 1 1/2 elbows. He is so good. He played the very next day with a rip inside of his elbow and went 2 for 4. Got a double and a single with 1 1/2 elbows. Even if he never pitches again, he's still must see TV because he's got the prettiest swing. I'm not going to say, okay, that's a fine line. That's a fine line right there. I'm sorry. One of the prettiest swings in the history of it. Yeah, it's hard. Teddy Ball Game, Ken Griffey Jr. There's a lot of entrants. Yeah, list could go on. One of the greatest swings of all time. He's going to be a great batter. He's going to be a great offensive player no matter what. But sure. From friend of the show, Joseph, he says Shohei Ohtani will not get $700 million that he would have gotten in the offseason. It's kind of true, right? The price for Shohei Ohtani just went down significantly. You don't know if he's going to come back from his UCL injury, which is usually a 1.5 year death sentence to a pitcher. You're out of it for a whole calendar year. It's usually a season and a half, 18 months of rehab, 13 at the best. So the greatness of Shohei Ohtani, because you might never see it again. Isn't that a bummer? Isn't that a bummer to sports fan? The last 3 years, obviously, remember he got hurt, same injury his rookie year, had to come back a year later to pitch again. This has already happened to him. He's already bounced back once. Why not again? You know how hardworking and hungry he is for greatness. Correct. His rookie year, he already happened. Yep, rehabbed all year, came back the end of 2019. He pitched. 2020 had a down year. 21, 22, 23. He was the best at anything in any category ever. I'm not talking about sports. Shohei Ohtani to baseball is better than friggin' Jane Goodall to chimpanzees or gorillas or whatever. Mm. Sure. Yeah. Mm. They damn well better. Yeah. Compare. That is very weird. Like it has to come out of Shohei Ohtani's pocket. Yeah. Yeah. We're going to pay you up to $700 million, but do you think you could fork over the 10 grand for this surgery? Hey, guy who makes multiple millions of dollars a year, you want to come out of pocket for this $8,500 surgery? Oh God. If they don't have these major surgeries built into the contract, could you imagine? Like, what's the name of that poor kid that got hurt today? Shooter McGavin or something? What was his name? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Stone Garrett. That's what I said. Could you imagine? Like, he gets put on a stretcher, wheeled into the clubhouse, and like they just immediately hand him a clipboard and be like, "All right, we're taking you straight to the hospital, but here you got to sign a waiver that the Washington Nationals are not liable for your ankle injury, entertaining tens of thousands of fans at our stadium." No, he's not even skipping a beat. He's not even taking a day off. Okay. Before the horrible news about his injury came out, did you see the moment that him and Phenom Ellie De La Cruz had? It was absolutely adorable. Shohei Ohtani was on second base, and like a child who gets to sit in Santa's lap for the first time, Ellie De La Cruz walks up to Shohei Ohtani wide-eyed and pokes him to make sure that he's real. That's the cutest thing I've ever seen on a baseball field that's not named Jose Altuve. He's adorable. He's a damn treasure. More Shohei Ohtani talk later in the program. I'm going to tell you why the Angels are idiots and they deserve every bit of this. But when we get back, NFL quick hitters, baby. A lot of NFL this program. Going to have an absolute blast. The legend, Coach Danny Gonzalez, joins us at 5 o'clock. That's a dude. That's a dude. Big Coach G house here. I believe in Coach G, and I believe in this Lobos program. You better be patient because it's coming. Coach G at 5 o'clock, more NFL talk in the 5 o'clock hour. And we're going to end it right before we hand it over to Isotopes Baseball at 5:45, the I-9 varsity at 5:30. Haven't assigned a varsity yet, but that's not how it works. It comes up naturally on the program, and then we do it on the program. I know. You like the I-9 varsity, and you like freestyle rapping. See, told you. You're listening to Two Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Okay.
Did Jared try this?
Okay. Yeah.
Just do that throughout. Sometime.
Yeah, we'll do like every other.
Okay. I forgot if you were in the room.
I'm not doing it every time because that sounds stupid.
No, I'm just saying like.
Yeah.
We're like doing an NFL segment.
NFL segment.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But
yeah. How long does?
I forgot if you were here.
How long does the bottom of that song? I was supposed to be at ABQ apps, but I couldn't find his stand-in.
It's I know, and there's like no board operators right now. There's of that NFL mandatory headlines. It's like 4 minutes.
Okay. Like I say, you can just keep letting it play and play and play, but
So funny. No, I can do it. I can keep playing it, which
Very
is
funny.
hilarious.
Very funny.
We play it again.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be funny.
Hello. You've been doing your homework and doing some mock drafts. You ready for Tuesday, September 5th?
I have not done any mock.
I haven't looked at anything. Night before.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
I feel like the years I come in the least prepared and I just draft by draft position, like I always do better.
Yeah.
When I try to come in like the smartest guy in the room, make a bunch of smarty pants, clever picks. Never works.
I usually make one clever pick and then a bunch of stupid ones.
Yeah.
Last year I thought it was clever because I had Brees Hall early and he was kicking ass.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm terrible with that. It's the same thing when I do NCAA tournament pools. I am more stoked about correctly picking the big upset in the first round, even if I get blown out of the final four.
Yeah.
So, like, I love having the one great. See, I picked that rookie,
Mm-hmm.
and he kicks ass.
Yeah.
I've only won fantasy football once in my whole life.
I won a few.
Never win.
I used to do it for like money. Like I'd put thousands of dollars on it every year. Just got burnt out. They don't want to pay that much attention.
All three of my best fantasy football teams ever all went out in the first round. Boom, boom, boom. Just one of those. None of my players showed up this week. Like
You
totally
just gotta
inscrutable weekends. You know?
get there and then get lucky.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the hockey playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't really matter what you do in the regular season.
Sure. Just get there.
Really?
We got a new one to replace it.
All right, I have headlines, and then I have a fun game for you.
Love it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't tell me about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Just remember, Rick, how you used to call me Edelnut. Hey, Edelnut, get my hot tub about 103 and get my Gatorade. This
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. You listen to 2 Men On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. You know, football season's coming up, Marie. You know, there's also something I didn't tell you about the Sports Animal. That we're the home for Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Did you know that? Well, you better, because you're like the head producer or something. I don't even know your title. I don't know. Do you have one? Oh, I'm excited for this. Ah, the football queen. Okay. Oh. I'm glad he didn't refer to Carl Nassib as that. That would have been not in this political climate, Marie. That nickname should stick. I'm going to write this down. Hey, okay. Nicknames. Today's I-9 varsity. The I-9 varsity and nicknames. You know how this varsity is, Marie. How many times do I have to tell you? Will you just make it whatever? You make up the rules on the spot. You do whatever you want. Okay. I heard we have some football stories. Ah, here we are. Sure. Yeah, you got a lot of neck. You got a lot of neck. Wait, he's not playing anymore? Huh. Who is that guy I saw with the giant neck? Who was that? Okay, that's who it was. Wait, that's it? Oh, there's more stuff about Terrell Suggs. Oh, that's nice for him. Huh. Wait, so he got into the Hall of Fame before he got into the Ring of Honor? That is weird. So he's just in the Ring of Honor, but they didn't retire his number. Because this is a problem with retiring numbers. I don't know if you know about numbers, but there's only so many double-digit and single-digit numbers. If you keep retiring numbers all willy-nilly, you give it to Steve Johnson, that guy in the Reds who had that one good month in like 1994. You retire his number, that's a good number that could have gone to somebody else, like Ellie De La Cruz. You're going to run out of numbers, is what I'm saying. I just hope I pass. Hopefully a nice, calm, peaceful death before they start using triple digits on jerseys. That will drive me insane. Ooh. That's a bummer. It's So this is what happens when you tease the football gods. Sean Payton talks smack about Nathaniel Hackett. The coaches, this is all related, Amory. Don't ask me questions like that. Of course it's related. It's directly related. Sean Payton ran his mouth about another one of the dudes in his cult, the coach's cult. Snitches get stitches. Everyone from Albuquerque knows that. And all of his players are getting stitches because they need surgeries for their injured body parts. Sean Payton snitched. Now all of his players are getting stitches. You see what happens? Keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut. Oh, you think since Aaron Rodgers emerged from his darkness retreat, he's got like wizard powers? Ooh. So all they have is like Cortland Sutton. Is that his name? Did I say his name right? So they only got one dude in the depth chart. Yeah, and they're hurt too. Garbage again. Okay, note to self, don't draft dudes named Simmons. Yeah. Isaiah Simmons sucks. Ben Simmons, dumpster fire. Richard Simmons, huge distraction to your team. Now, Rich's brother? That's cool. You're making that up. Okay, so it's a first round pick for the Cardinals. Any other reasonable football team would have drafted him in like the 4th or the 5th or the 7th. Yeah, he's the best player in the ACC. He don't even make a roster in the SEC, and then he still gave him a first round pick. Arizona sucks. They're not going to win a game. They're going to trade Kyler Murray for a 7th round pick. the second he's available to come back. Why don't we just play a game when we get back? NFL games when we get back. You're listening to, is that all your headlines? We got more headlines for later, right? The season's about to start. Of course we got headlines. More NFL talk when we get back. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM AM 610, the sports animal.
I missed the line segment.
I got a half a cup.
No, I don't need any.
Bummer.
Let's play the NFL game.
Okay, don't tell me the rules.
I'm not. I just came up with it off my head when I was coming up with these headlines. That's not really a headline, it's a little deeper than that.
Okay, we can table Shohei to whenever.
Yeah.
Then Jerry Jones, 445. You got the
yes. That's
Okay.
very funny.
Sweet.
He's maturing.
McTurn. Coach G at 5. More NFL. Varsity nicknames. This is the easiest show in the history of radio.
Easy peasy.
The NFL season just blows by. On this program, like, we barely talk analysis. Like Friday.
Yeah.
Friday, we just talk about what's
Well,
going
I
on.
try to, like, when I'm doing my headlines, I try to make them more, I try to do a mix of, like, Carol, who gives a crap?
There's so many relevant stories in the NFL season. It just flies by. Even the full 3-hour shows just fly by.
Okay, so, cool. We'll play the game that I
Good.
just came up with.
Your vehicle is one of the biggest investments you have, so it only makes sense that you protect and care for it. It's Jeff Symbieta, and I strongly suggest you call On the Spot Automotive Detailing. They are the best because they offer more than detailing. Their ceramic coating and paint protection will help you maintain your car and keep it looking new. No more water, dirt, and mud stains. And their protective layering helps prevent UV oxidation damage from the intense sun. And to top it off, they also offer window tinting services and a lifetime warranties available. Visit otsdetailing.com for info. That's otsdetailing.com.
Walking through a junkyard. Each wrecked car tells a story. This one, very sad. She'd been drinking and driving. Oh, and this one, terrible. The driver was drunk and drove clear off. This one was my family. The drunk driver hit us, and my wife and our daughter. We didn't make it.
Drinking and driving causes far too many tragic stories. It's time to end DWI. This message brought to you by NMDOT.
Ray Magliocchi here for eBay Motors. Okay, easy now. You're teaching a kid how to parallel park. Ouch! Turns out he likes to do it by feel. Don't worry, eBay Motors has bumpers, taillights, trunk lids, license plate holders, 122 million parts. Pull up just a little bit. And headlights. They've got lots of headlights. Get the right part at the right prices. eBay Motors. Let's ride.
What's holding you back from learning the language you've always wanted to know?
Too hard.
Takes too long.
Not with Babbel. Babbel's lessons take just 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes isn't long.
Nope. And they're fun. So you don't realize you're learning a language, but you are. In 3 weeks, you're able to start having conversations. And Babbel's lessons are built around real life.
And with Babbel, it isn't hard.
It's perfect.
Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Makes a little sports analysis, pop culture, and great interviews. You've got the Rich Eisen Show podcast.
Mike Florio, who's coaching for their gigs this year, do you think?
Brandon Staley, the Chargers, has to be. The way that they ended the 2022 season. And I think Robert Kraft put everyone on notice, including Bill Belichick, that it could be and Rich, every owner is thinking about the easy part is getting rid of the guy I have. The hard part is finding a guy who's as good or better.
The Rich Eisen Show podcast, wherever you listen.
The Jim Rome Show.
I love the game, but I don't play the game.
Weekdays at 10
On 95.9 FM and AM 610.
The Sports Animal.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I don't remember this bumper music, man.
Fun. Got Def Lep. Some Def Lep. What is this?
I mean, I
Warrant? Is this Warrant?
it never really says what it. Oh,
Ram Jam. What it is.
Ram Jam.
Ram Jam. This is the sequel to Black Betty.
I really enjoy it.
Welcome back to the program, Duke City. You're listening to 2 now on 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal. One fan, Nunley, right here, all up in your ears. On the other side of the glass, super producer, stand-up comedian, the best dog sitter in Albuquerque.
I really am.
One A. Marie Castillo, NFL and especially Vikings enthusiast.
I appreciate that.
All right, you were teasing me.
I want to play a game today. It's
For
Thursday.
For HR purposes, you were listening in, not sexually. You were teasing a game during the commercial break that I have no idea what's coming. So literally live on air, we're going to play an NFL game.
Yes.
And you're going to explain it to me, and we're going to play it right here, right now on the spot.
Yes, and it's going to get competitive. If
This is
anyone
fun.
else wants to play, grab a pen and paper. Van and I are going to play this game with
About
each other.
to be the game, sweeping the nation.
It is Thirsty Thursday,
When
and
you-
there are some thirsty NFL teams out there.
Love this. Is this a game you could play, Amory, when you're watching Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football? It would get a big old earful on the radio dial right here on the Sports Animal.
Yes, because you will find out why.
Okay, I'm ready.
This is so much fun. So this is Thirsty Thursday. There's potential suitors out there, aka NFL teams that are just like thirsty.
Okay.
They're dehydrated.
Thirst traps.
Yes, they are putting out those thirst traps for some very good trade candidates. There are still some really good players that we don't know where they're going to end up.
That's
and
so
so
hot.
what we're going to do is I'm going to go through the relevant, important ones.
Okay.
You and I are going to guess which teams are the most desperate and thirsty, going to choose them. And then Van, after we find out what teams are going to, whoever has the most points wins a prize.
Good Lord. Okay, that's a lot, but I get it. You could have just said like Marco Polo rules, and I just figured it out.
Yes.
Okay, so Marco Polo rules. Ready, go.
Ready, go. I didn't want to also fade and go with music because it's very good.
I like it a lot. Just keep playing it.
So starting off, this is a big, we don't know his full potential, but teams are thirsty for them. You always need a backup quarterback. We don't know this quarterback's potential because we haven't seen him due to injury. He was a first-round pick for the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Trey Lance.
Sucks. CFL.
But
That's who
there
wants him.
are some thirsty teams out there. One of them, a piece of Trey Lance. Now, not saying he's going to leave the 49ers. So these are your options, Van.
Okay.
Is he going to stay with the 49ers?
Okay.
Or is he headed to the Buccaneers, Falcons, Patriots, or Vikings?
Okay. Bucks, Falcons, Pates,
or Vikes. Where is Trey Lance going?
Okay.
Is he teasing? Is he putting out those pictures on the gram?
So we got
Or is he staying in San Francisco?
A, B, C, D, E. Okay. Where's thirst trapping ass Trey Lance. Where is he going? Through answers A, B, C, D, E.
Or he can stay in San Francisco.
I got F.
F?
He's playing in one of the other leagues.
Like the CFL?
The CFL or the USFL or the XFL.
Not
or
NFL.
New
Ooh,
NFL
you
Europe.
win extra points if that actually happens out
Okay.
of all
Is
my
that bonus
options.
points? All right. So if I have to pick one of yours, I'm going to pick stay.
All right. Saying he's staying.
And I'll tell you why. He sucks. Nobody wants him on their team. No one wants Trey Lance. Quit trying. Amory, quit trying to make Fetch happen. Okay.
Quit trying to make. And I understand why San Francisco 49er fans are so upset. Like, we wasted a first round pick. You got one of the top rosters in the NFL. You should be going or winning a Super Bowl in the next, I don't know, year or two, or that window is going to close. So do something about it. Trey Lance ain't your guy.
Could you imagine the 49ers if they picked somebody besides Trey Lance and then didn't give away 3 first-round picks? How insanely loaded the Niners would be. They're such a smart run organization. This is the dumbest thing they've done in their history.
Absolutely. Next on the list.
Now hold on. What's your pick?
Oh, I think he's wearing the Bucs.
The Bucs, huh? Yeah, why? They already got the best commercial actor in all of football.
Baker Mayfield and Kyle Trask. I like Baker. Don't mind him. Love his commercials. But I don't think he's the future. I think he's your long-term girlfriend, but not the one you marry. So, like, Tampa might come around for, like, 1 or 2 years, but, they're looking for that next future quarterback. So, I'm going with the Bucs.
Baker's just a little fling.
Yeah.
He knows it's not real. He's just biding time till he finds Mrs. Right.
Yeah. Next, dumpster fire of.
Hold on, listen to this real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Kyle Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell, Patrick Surtain II, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Slater, Najee Harris. These are all people drafted after Trey Lance.
That is I was like, where is this going?
Could you imagine the 49ers with any of these guys? Kyle Pitts, you're double fisting with George Kittle and Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously? You got Debo and Jamar Chase on your team? Are you kidding me? Your left tackle's Penei Sewell? You kidding me? Your cornerback is Patrick Surtain. You put Patrick Surtain II on the Niners? Micah Parsons on the Niners? This is one of the biggest busts ever.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, so I say he stays. You say Bucs.
Yeah, but not NFL. You just win the game. Okay, Marcus Mariota.
Oh,
okay. And we're gonna do one more, and we can say I have like 5 more, but we can play this tomorrow too with our special guest if you want. We can continue to play this game tomorrow because there's just so many notable agents and trades that are going to be going down.
Well, I tell you what, let's keep this game going, and we'll bump Jerry Jones.
Okay, it's a lot of fun, right?
We're gonna doing Jerry Jones 5:15.
Okay, let's do this one, and then we'll go to break. Okay. So Marcus Mariota.
Okay.
The odds are he is now with the Philadelphia Eagles. If people haven't been keeping up because they just like quit watching Netflix quarterback, the Eagles won't eat the $5 million guarantee they gave Mariota just to dump him before he takes a single official snap with the team.
Okay.
But now they have this rookie 6th-rounder Tanner McKee that could be behind Jalen Hurts. And they've admitted that Marcus Mariota might not be the backup guy. So does he stay or does he go to the thirsty Miami Dolphins or Baltimore Ravens?
Just those two?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think they like his expertise, and he fits that offense because he can do everything Jalen Hurts can do, just slower and not as good. Marcus Mariota he's the clay that molded Jalen Hurts. He is the prototype for a Jalen Hurts. He's just not as accurate, not as strong, not as fast, can't read defenses as well, and he doesn't bounce back from injuries as fast. So I say he stays. This is boring as hell, but I say both of these guys stay. Bad answer.
A bad answer. I know it's boring as hell, but I'm going to tell you why he's not going the Dolphins
Not
or
the
Ravens.
game. The game is the funnest thing I've ever done in my life.
It's very fun.
But my answer is boring. He's going to stay.
I know people are worried about Tua's health in the Miami Dolphins and the health of Baltimore Ravens, Lamar Jackson, who just got paid, who's also injury prone.
Yeah.
But they have backups. I mean, Miami picked up Mike White. They got that Skylar Thompson kid. And then the Ravens, I'm so sorry. After I was just so blown away that the Commanders beat them in preseason off the top of my head. It wasn't their usual Huntley. It was another guy. I think they just all have a bunch of depth at quarterback, and they don't need someone like Marcus Mariota or I can't believe I'm saying this, afford him. So I agree with you. I think he's going to stay.
He's going to stay. And I got another option. Now, hear me out.
Okay.
The Detroit Lions.
Ooh.
Okay.
They got Teddy Bridgewater.
They don't need a starter for sure.
No.
All right.
Okay.
Jared Goff's their guy.
One.
All right. What color do the Detroit Lions wear?
Blue.
More specifically, Honolulu blue.
Oh, I see where you're going with
Marcus
that.
Mariota, born and raised Honolulu, Hawaii.
Okay.
I think he's going to stay, but if he's going to wear the Honolulu blue in Detroit.
Okay, well, I have two more for you, but we got to take a break.
Okay. When we get back, more thirst-trapping NFL action. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by eBay Motors. You do anything to keep your vehicle happy. Let's make sure it stays running smoothly. With eBay Guaranteed Fit, the right parts are just a click away. When you see the green check, you know that part will fit. Get the right parts at the right prices. ebaymotors.com. Let's ride. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Full traffic right now. We've got crash cleanup continuing westbound on Paseo at 2nd Street, and things are moving really, really slow there. Those slowdowns are going to go all the way back to I-25. If you can seek out an alternate route, if not, be patient as you make your way through there. I would not recommend westbound Alameda as an alternate route, though, because we're seeing quite a bit of slowdowns there as well, going all the way back to I-25 as well, and those slowdowns are going to last until Coors. We also have crash cleanup going on at the moment, 4th Street and Montano. That's causing slowdowns westbound on Montano as well as southbound 4th Street. Dealing with some congestion right now westbound on I-40 between University and 12th Street. Also southbound on I-25 between Osuna and Comanche, traffic moving slow there as well. If you see an accident, the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
This is Maggie Gray with a CBS Sports Minute. Shohei Ohtani was eventually going to have to choose pitching or hitting, and that decision just got a lot clearer. With another Tommy John surgery now potentially on the horizon, Ohtani the hitter is now the player hitting the open market, not Ohtani the once-in-a-lifetime two-way megastar. Good news for Ohtani, he's still one of the best hitters, but some of the incredible luck here will fade if he no longer. I'm Maggie Gray.
Telling it like it is.
Trey Lance is not going to be the starting quarterback for San Francisco. Probably not going to be the backup. It's okay. Not for this team and not now. He was very confident in the second half, apparently. I didn't watch, but they said he was very confident against USFL guys. Who cares? It's over.
The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Weekdays at 1 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lobo fans, football season tickets are on sale now for as low as $86. That's less than $15 a game. The Lobos have an attractive home schedule this season, which features in-state rival New Mexico State on September 16th. This season will feature a new state-of-the-art light show during games, on-field DJ, increased tailgate atmosphere, and much, much more. Join us at University Stadium this fall by visiting golobos.com/tickets today.
Gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Ellie, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. You can make it a little further.
Ellie, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway.
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code FRIEND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right through bank to PayPal or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code FRIEND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Take a small step toward a big future for your child and get them caught up on their vaccines. Just like helmets, seatbelts, and all the other ways you keep your fearless child safe, vaccines are a proven and effective way to strengthen your child's immune system, to protect them from illness, and set them up for a bright future. Don't wait. Vaccinate. Make an appointment to get your child caught up on their vaccines today. Get started at vaccinenm.org/kids.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Right now at Wendy's, when you buy either Dave's single spicy chicken sandwich, medium frosty, or 10-piece nuggets, you can get another for just $1. Your dollar never tasted so good. So it's obvious what everyone will get, right?
Definitely not
Spicy chicken sandwich,
Dave's single and a frosty for me.
and a frosty. Okay, who said frosty and a frosty? Pick your obvious choice. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's, buy one, get one for $1.
Limited time only. Price participation may vary. Most Wendy's valid for item of equal or lesser value cannot be combined in a combo or any other offer.
New Mexico Sports Authority, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Okay, you are kicking out the bangers today, Avery. Back-to-back segments, like my two favorite entry music songs. It's like the best Elliott impersonator in the world.
I don't want to take credit because I did not make the log today, but I kind of want to take credit. I should have just lied and been like, yeah, I put these songs in for you, Van.
Yeah, thank you. You get the show.
All
Feel
right.
free to lie to me.
Okay, noted. Production note.
Welcome back, Albuquerque. 2 Men on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. Thirst Trap Thursday continues. It's the game that's sweeping the nation. A-Marie gives me a free agent or someone who could possibly be on the move. And I tell you who's thirsty enough.
Potential suitors and Thirst Trap Thursday here on the Sports Animal.
All right, who's up next?
And Van, as we said, the Sports Animal's film of Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football.
Whoa, get out of here.
But what I'm saying is,
all three of them?
This game, all three of them. This game goes well with that because we will be listening to see where our thirsty teams land these players.
I like my chances on all of my answers.
I'm very excited. Oh, man. You know I like a good gamble. All right, guys. Before we end this first hour, and I'm very excited for people to we got Coach G next.
Coach G coming up next.
With the Lobos.
Hey, Coach G ain't no thirst trap.
Hey, no. He ain't thirsty.
He's a straight up dude.
Straight up dude. But I got 2 running backs for you.
Okay.
And I know, especially probably fantasy owners or maybe fans of these teams are like, God, what's going to happen? Are they holding out? Are they being traded? Let's start off with Jonathan Taylor, running back of the Indianapolis Colts. And I was thinking, Van, I was like, he's coming back from injury. He's going to be the centerpiece of this offense with a young rookie quarterback. I know the Colts have been in a tough place. It's been a dumpster fire. But now all of a sudden, Jonathan Taylor is seeking a trade. And you know teams are thirsty for Jonathan Taylor.
Now, here's nothing wrong with your first suggestions in this game that's sweeping the nation. America's hottest next game. This is where it gets interesting because he's a game changer. He's a literal game changer.
I thought he would also take some stress off Anthony Richardson and, a little pressure off him for his rookie
Sure.
year. So, that's unfortunate for the Indianapolis Colts.
Very.
And I also don't know if Jonathan Taylor's trying to get paid. And you're coming off an injury. So this is a very interesting thirst trap for me because there are potential shooters in the works, and they include either stays in Indianapolis or he heads over to the Denver Broncos, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the Miami Dolphins, or the Minnesota Vikings.
Hey, quit adding your Vikings to everything. They're not getting any of these
First of all,
people.
I don't add this. This is the list of odds.
They just got rid of a running back who was too expensive and doesn't matter.
I know,
They
but
don't want another one.
I'm looking at Vegas and I'm looking at websites that say the potential shooters, my friend.
All right, I'm going to give you the same crappy answer.
Okay.
Because no one's going to give the Colts what they want.
No.
Because he's way too overvalued, not only with his draft slot,
give him
but
a first-round pick.
mainly in his head, he's overvalued. He just came off of an injury. You don't even know how healthy this guy is. How many rounds of tests and pokes and prods and x-rays and MRIs do you need to know that this guy is healthy and he could take another 160, 180, 200 carries?
Oh, so you're saying the Denver Broncos?
I'm saying he's staying. He ain't going nowhere because they're not. No team is dumb enough to give the Colts what they think he deserves. No one is going to give up that kind of bounty for a running back. He is good. He is not Christian McCaffrey good. Christian McCaffrey is worth all the booty. He's a game changer. Jonathan Taylor Thomas, you're not. You're good. You're not great. You're second rate. You're staying there.
Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
I ain't leaving.
Okay, so he's staying.
Yeah, he's staying. That's my answer to everything.
He has a choice. I'm blaming his agent too. I'm like, what are we doing here? I don't think any of these teams.
Who's he using? Lamar Jackson's agent?
Yeah, himself.
Yeah, his mom.
His mom.
Lamar Jackson's mom, not his mom.
A common theme is the Dolphins with running backs in this thirsty game. I didn't know the Dolphins were so thirsty. I'm gonna pick the Dolphins.
Okay, I mean that's the smart money pick right there.
Because
and I know you're a horrible gambler, and you're not good at smart money.
Gambler. But Raheem Mostert and Jeffrey Wilson Jr. like the running backs. They're not stars. They're just good. Well, Jeffrey Wilson Jr. is young, but we will see. So I'm going with the Dolphins because I just can't see him staying with the Colts and making all this big mess.
I'll give you the exact same answer once again. First, for Trey, I said either stay or XFL. For Mariota, stay or the Detroit Lions. And then for Jonathan Taylor Thomas, I'm going to say stay or another answer you didn't provide, the Chicago Bears.
Ooh.
Chicago Bears need a star running back, and they have the money and the capital to get it done. I like the Bears better here.
I appreciate that. So I got the Dolphins.
Okay.
So we're almost the same, but not.
Okay, you said you had one more?
I do, but I know we're
real
running.
quick.
We're
There's
running.
30 seconds. Go.
Josh Jacobs is. We don't know if he's holding out. They said he's supposed to report week 1. He's another one that's frustrated.
Same answer.
13.
Stay. He's staying.
Bears, Cardinals, Dolphins.
He's staying.
He's staying. Okay. Ooh, I like
For
it.
1 year.
Okay.
He's
Same
a
for 1
free
year.
agent.
I like it.
All right. Get crazy, Duke City. When we get back, the coach of your New Mexico Lobos football team, Coach G, Danny Gonzalez. You're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM AM 610, the sports animal.
This report brought to you by Quality by DiLorenzo, Lomas in Pennsylvania.
The hottest things this summer are the financing deals you'll find at Quality Buick GMC on Lomas through Labor Day. Save thousands with 2.49% financing OAC on all 2023 Buicks. Quality by DiLorenzo, qualitydeal.com.
Well, traffic right now, that crash westbound on Paseo is really causing problems. The crash is near 2nd Street. You're going to see slowdowns going all the way back to I-25. As a matter of fact, the ramp from northbound I-25 onto westbound Paseo, you're going to start to encounter backups there. Those slowdowns are going to go all the way down. So watch out if you're that way. I would not recommend using Alameda as an alternate route because we're seeing quite a bit of slowdowns now westbound on Alameda there between I-25 and Cool. Westbound on I-40 right now, starting around Carlisle, people running into slowdowns. So slowdown's going to last until Rio Grande. Southbound I-25 coming up on Osuna, you're going to run into congestion there. That's going to last until Comanche.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Right now, during Labor Day savings at Lowe's, get up to $1,500 off select major kitchen appliances. Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 8/30. Savings vary based on purchase of and supply. See Lowe's.com for details.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio, the Traffic Center.
Well, with your home report, 24 hours ago, I might have told you that the Angel season could not possibly be any more depressing than it was. And just when I thought they hit rock bottom, somehow, some way, it got even more depressing, way more depressing. Shohei Ohtani leaving the start early, only to find out he has gotten torn UCL for the second time. He won't throw another pitch this season. No yet on whether or not he'll need surgery, but it looks like he might need a second procedure. The worst and most depressing season ever just got even more discouraging. This guy gave them absolutely everything he had, and what does he have to show for it other than another shredded elbow on the eve of hitting free agency? And when he walks and they get nothing in return, what then becomes of that franchise?
Football season is about to kick off. FanDuel is giving you the chance to win all season long. Because right now, when you bet on a Super Bowl winner, you can get bonus bets every time they win in the regular season. Just pick any team to win the Super Bowl, and you'll get bonus bets for every victory. You can use your bonus bets for spreads, player props, over-unders, and more. So visit FanDuel.com/win and start earning bonus bets with America's #1 sportsbook. That's FanDuel.com/win.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. HOPE MA.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24 support in Massachusetts. Call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-3669 in New York. Must be present in the state for lawful to wage 21 plus. Present bonus. Bonus bets expire 7 days. Bonus $50 unless specified otherwise. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. FanDuel is offering sports wagering in Kansas under an agreement with Kansas Star Casino LLC. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RT in Colorado, Iowa, Michigan, New Jersey, Illinois, and Virginia. 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT-STEP to 53342 in Arizona. 1-888-79-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut. 1-800-9 visit Indiana. 1-800-522-4700 or visit KSGamblingHelp.com in Kansas. 877-770 South Louisiana. Visit MDGamblingHelp.org in Maryland. 1-800-522-4700 in Wyoming or visit 1-800-GAMBLER.net in West Virginia.
Yes, the countdown is on to the return of live horse racing at the Downs at Albuquerque. It all begins Saturday, September 1st at 6:05 p.m. Racing days are Wednesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, with additional days during the fair. See you at the Albuquerque Downs racetrack. Weekends at the Downs have some great dining with screens and watch wager on simulcast racing carrying up Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and be sure to check out the flea market and other Expo New Mexico events. Only at Casino at the Downs.
8240BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM, AM 610 KNML Albuquerque. The Sports Animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us.
Now heading for the Sports Animal, your afternoon drive. Number 2, Men On, Van Nunley and Fred Slow. And in the on-deck circle,
Amory Castillo. This is Two Men On with Van Nunley and Fred Slow.
And welcome back to the program. You're listening to Two Men On 95.9 FM and AM the Sports Animal. Whether you're in your ear right now with your fancy AirPods or you're in your car listening to 95.9 FM or AM 610, Talk ABQ, the KNML app, the TuneIn app, or maybe sometime in the future on Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, or however you're streaming us. Welcome back. We got a treat for you. The coach of your New Mexico Lobos football, Danny Gonzalez. Welcome back to the program, Coach G.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me on. Thank you.
I know this is the busiest time of the year for you, sir, so thank you for making time for us. And before we start talking local football, let's talk about a new addition to your program, OG friend of the show, and just absolutely the most talented guy I know. Your new assistant director for creative services, Brandon Ortega. Is he getting his sea legs yet?
Oh, what a home run we hit there. He's been unbelievable. I mean, he's super talented in what he does. He was super talented at KOB Channel 4. We lucked into one, and he's done a phenomenal job. Will continue to do a phenomenal job. He's got so many ideas. I mean, he's spitting out more ideas than our social media can handle right now. So it's been really good. It's been another uptick to our social media game, and you got to give him a bunch of credit because he's dedicated. It's given him a different opportunity, a different way of being a dad to Julian and a husband to Becca, which is awesome. And so he's been a great addition.
Are you going to have to take Lobo Louie to the tailor and shorten it a little bit so Brandon can fit into it?
Well, that'd be. I think the Jared or the young man that does Louis Lobo, I think we'll stick with him and let Jared come up with some different ideas on. Let Brandon come up with different ideas on what to do.
Well, I've never seen Brandon do a backflip, so he'll probably stick with what works.
Probably right. You know what? I'm gonna see tomorrow if we can get him to a backflip because I'll shoot you a custom video on it, and then we'll see what we got.
All right, well, let's start with what everybody wants to hear about. You had a quarterback battle in the offseason, but I'm not sure how big of a quarterback battle it was, as it seemed to me and a lot of other people watching that Dylan Hopkins was the guy and everyone else was competition. You got a talented quarterback room, but it seems like you got your guy, right?
We do, and you know, having Dylan come over with Coach Benson from UAB, obviously Dylan has started in this offense. He's producing this offense at a high level. I mean, you've got the second most starters in the Mountain West Conference, starting quarterback behind Chevy Cordero at San Jose State, and he's played in some pretty big time games, which it was like having a coach on the field when you're trying to install a new offense. So Dylan has proven himself on the field already. He proved himself in spring practice here with his leadership skills. I mean, so much that in a 6-month period, a very strong voice on our team, and we took on the media game. The guys just gravitated to him. He's a great leader. And it's easy to be a great leader when you're a great player. So I'm excited to have him as our quarterback. I mean, I tell Jeff and NJ on the morning show, they're all it's been so long since we talk about the same quarterback every week. Sure. Injury at quarterback, hopefully, knock on wood, we can keep Dylan up on 2 feet. I think we're a little bit better up front than we've been. So that'll be a positive. And if we can keep Dylan as a starter for 12 games, a lot of having people.
And you mentioned leadership. Is this something that he just stepped into, or is it something that was earned in the locker room?
No, I think you have to earn it in the locker room. I mean, I think when he got here, the guys on our football team could have cared less where he came from. They didn't care about the TCU guys, where they came from, or Nebraska, or any of that. They just wanted to be around dudes that wanted to play football, wanted to win, wanted to compete. And then over time, guys they figure themselves out who's real and who's not, who has a legitimate voice. And then obviously, when you're a player, you have a lot better chance of being successful in that role because guys will believe in you. You got what they, I guess, was street cred, and Dylan has that because of what he's done on the field, because of what he's done in the weight room here, in the locker room. I mean, all those things translate to whether a guy has a chance to be a leader or not.
And you've the past couple of years, you've been preaching recruiting. Let's get some skilled players on here. It seems like this is the first year that you have a little more weapons for that offense that you're ready to turn around this year. Can you talk about some of the guys that Dylan Hopkins has at his disposal for that offense? And can we start with the Morning Walsh list recipient, Luke Weissong?
Yeah, you know, Luke has been the lone bright spot on offense around here the last couple of years, which I think a lot of the pressure that was built up on that sometimes. I mean, kids do things that he tries to make every single play personality tries to do. I mean, more than he was capable of doing because he didn't have enough pieces around him. And I think Luke is a great player. He's deserving of those nominees. But we have guys around him that will take the load off him, make him a better player, which is even more exciting. You have to start with the guys up front. I mean, I think our 5 offensive line is finally an offensive line competitive in our league. We've got DJ Wingfield at right tackle and J.C. Davis at the left tackle. And then inside the guards, you got Issei Matatuia, and then the other guard, you got Tito Stafford. And then at center, Colin James, and those five are they look like you want them to look. I mean, our two tackles are both 5 and 6'6". Two guards are both 6'4". CJ in the middle is right at 6'4". They're all over 300 pounds, all pretty lean guys for being over 300 pounds, and they're athletes and they can move. So you've got to have that piece before any of the other ones even matter. Obviously, you talked about Dylan. At wide receiver outside of Luke, we got a young man by the name of DJ Washington. We've got a young man by the name of Jeremiah Hickson. Both of them are 6'5", 215 pounds. Running receiver that has gigantic hands, that does an unbelievable job going up and getting the ball off competitive pitches. Jeremiah Hickson is in the mold of Luke Weissong. He's a little jitterbug. He's about 5'10". He's quick as can be, 160 pounds, 170 pounds, but you don't get a lot of touches on him because he's a little jitterbug. And then Andrew Harrison, the young man, he's finally healthy, back to his form like he was in 2020 when we were able to put the ball around him. And then you got Deuce Jones, who's been a bright spot around here, but he hasn't had opportunities since he's been injured. He's one of the faster guys on the team that'll give us an ability to go over the top. So Dylan's got some weapons to throw the ball to, which is really exciting. Our running back room is the most talented by far since we've been here. We've got Christian Washington back, obviously, who people know who he is with his kickoff return skills and how physical a runner he is. And another young man by the name of Ja'Cory Merritt. The guys on the team call him Bill. Ja'Cory, he runs silent. He proved himself during fall camp. He's one of the Alabama State transfers. I think those two will be a really, really big 1-2 punch. And then we've got three guys in that room, Andrew Henry, Sherrod, Dorian Lewis, who have earned opportunities to be some packages. So we finally have some skill guys on the offensive side of the ball that have been doing on defense that will be fun.
On the program, you're listening to 2 Men On 95.9 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal. In the house is the coach of your New Mexico Lobos, Danny Gonzalez. Coach G, I mean, you got improvements on the offensive side, but I know your milieu, your bread and butter, what you're used to directing is that defense, and you've been building this defense. It seems like, to me, this is the year that everything comes together, and this is just the most solid unit you've had so far.
I like what we got personnel-wise. I mean, obviously, the transfer portal has been both a hindrance and a help.
Sure.
We've lost good players that have gone on to different places because they can now. That's kind of our model over the last 20 years. We would out-evaluate and out-recruit people that they didn't necessarily want at the time. We developed new great players. Now, some of the ones we've developed have moved on, which is fine, but we've also upgraded some of our talent in the transfer portal with kids that we might not have got originally. So I think we've got some depth. We've got some guys up front that we can complement. Tyler Drake, who's 6'5", 280 kid that's finally coming into his own, who's done a fantastic job of getting yourself in shape and looking like you want him to look and having that quick twitch. Another man, a young man on the other side, Gabe Lopez, a transfer from Washington State, who is twitchy, can get to the quarterback. I mean, I think we can do some things with a four-man rush that we have struggled to do with. And then Tyler Keeney in the middle at nose has done a really good job since he got back from UCLA and getting his body the way it's supposed to look. And his quick twitch that he had in high school, he's showing again. So up front, we're better. At linebacker, obviously, Alex Marenko and Ray Chile in the middle have been a staple for us. I mean, Alex is coming off of an injury to his ACL. At full speed, he got the clearance today that he might not even need to get wearing a brace, which is awesome. A young man named Dimitri Johnson, a junior college All-American, that is very under-recruited because of the transfer portal also, that I'm really excited about. And then Cy Riley, who has been a staple around here for the last 3 years, he just continues to get better and better and better and makes a ton of plays. I like our at linebacker. And then secondary, we're a lot longer and faster than we've been. We got the young man, Dante Martin, who I think is one of the best corners in this league. Opposite him is Jackson Morris. Tavian Combs back from the ACL surgery. has looked really, really good in the last couple of days. To his own up. He'll be another one that we'll find out if he can play without the brace, which I know they're all excited to. And then we got a young man from Nebraska, Noah Fulton, and opposite him, Christian Ellis. Those two guys at Wolf Safety have been really, really good. Now we've got a couple of young men. Hold on, walking inside. There's a big helicopter. There's a couple young men that are still out with some injuries that hopefully will get back. I don't know if we'll have them before Texas A&M, but as we go on to the season, that will give us depth in the secondary. That is real exciting.
Big time opener at Texas A&M. How do you prepare these young student athletes for being in such a hostile environment like that? You used to playing in front of 20, 30,000 people. You're showing up to 100,000 people at Texas A&M.
It's gonna be fun. I mean, I think I said it before in 21 when we went there. I think it was a little bit too much for our football team. I think they were giddy. I think they were. I hate to use the word scared, but I don't think they were ready for the moment. I think the football team, with expectation, we're tougher than we were back then. They're excited for the opportunity. The most important thing is we've got to get through that initial onslaught of the stop them from getting a big avalanche. In the first 2 plays of the game last time we were there, we gave them a touchdown. We have to try and avoid that. It makes it really hard to overcome if you can get through the first few minutes. All of a sudden, you can relax and play and hopefully make it a competitive game. I mean, our kids are really, really excited to go play. So we'll see what happens.
The energy there is absolutely phenomenal. I lived there for a year after I graduated high school. A family has a restaurant there, and I worked for them because you know enough about me. I wasn't really ready to enter the college force or the workforce or what I was thinking, the Air Force. There's only like 100,000 people who live in College Station, Texas, but on game day, the population of the town triples. It's absolutely insane to see in person.
It is unbelievable environment. They redid their stadium. I mean, it's over 100,000 people now. I think they said they're expecting for the opener around 95,000 people, which is awesome. We'll go over to the stadium on Friday when we get into town. Guys go over there, they can take pictures, do all those things they want to do, get that off moment out of the way. When we go over there on Saturday, it's like we're getting ready to play the game. There'll be a lot of people there. It'll be hot and humid. Kickoff's not till 6 p.m., so there won't be much, but it'll be exciting.
One short week after that, you bring the boys home. We got our home opener at right at the University Stadium. For those who aren't going to be there, tell the friends of the show, tell the loyal listeners what that environment's going to be like on the home opener for your New Mexico Lobos.
So, I'm really excited. We've got a bunch of new things in there. They're adding food trucks. We've got new LED lights that will go off and on during touchdowns and all those fun things. I mean, the house home has been reconstructed so that it's very family friendly before the game. In the north end zone there's all kinds of things to do. We're going to have a live band. We're going to have a live DJ on the field during the game. I mean, we've really picked up our game on making it entertaining now. Really, the reality it is, you want to put much people in there, we need to win some football games. I get that. It's a lot more fun, and it's a lot more fun for our kids when there's a lot of people in there. I'll continue to ask the city of Albuquerque and all you Lobo faithful and all you Lobo fans, keep the faith. I like where this football team is headed. We're going to win some games. It'd be great if you showed up before, but I get it. It took a while for Coach and those guys to get that atmosphere in the pit. I mean, it took a little bit of convincing, and then all of a sudden it was the Lobo of old. So I've been here when it's been at that high moment. I anticipated getting back there. We've got a great opportunity in the first 2 weeks between Tennessee Tech and then the school down south. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Lobo fans, you should be traveling with your team. You should make every home game, but that's not enough. Catch it on TV every week, not only locally here in the area, but you guys got 5 national televised games this year. That's a big deal.
It is a big deal. I mean, it gives, the great thing about our conference, the Mountain West Conference is a great league. And, I I mean, the Mountain West Conference was the original league to have their own network. They went away from that. You don't have a national televised game. It streamed on the Mountain West Network, which you can watch from your phone. TV or Roku or whatever it is you watch TV, you get the Mountain West app on there and get every game. I mean, all those things have become so valuable, and our league has done a great job of staying up and staying ahead of a lot of people in many instances. And then Fox Sports One, CBS Sports Network, and those opportunities against Texas A&M or on ESPN. I mean, those opportunities for the national broadcast to see that when you're flipping through the channel and you see the logos on there. I mean, it's really good for recruiting. It's really good for our conference. And if we go out there and compete and be competitive, it's really good for our league.
Coach, I can talk to you about Lobo football all day, but we're up against it. I know you're a busy guy. Anything else for the friends of the show before we let you go?
Well, I appreciate you guys talking about Lobo football and what you guys do on your afternoon. I mean, it is Albuquerque is an unbelievable place, and when people show up, they make quite a presence. I appreciate all you guys do for our community, from just beyond being on a radio show. I mean, 2 Men On, and they're out there, community projects. I mean, you guys are phenomenal, not just for our city, but for our entire state. Thank you for all that you guys do there. Thank you for the continued support of our football program, our UNM athletic department in general. I appreciate it, and anytime you guys want to have me on, I'm always willing to come. So I appreciate you guys. Go Lobos.
All right, thanks for the time, Coach G, and we will be rooting for you. Go Lobos. When we get back, more NFL talk. You listen to 959 FM, AM 610, the Sports Animal.
To you by San Diego Golf Club. Our state's best golf course, voted on by golfers, is San Diego Golf Club. Committed to providing the best experience and best conditions to golfers of all levels. There's nothing like it. Visit sandiegogolf.com for the best available rates. Time today. We'll see you.
All right, traffic right now. Things continue to move slow. The sale between I-25 and also Alameda headed west between I-25 and Coors. Traffic moving well. Dealing with congestion southbound on I-25 as you go too soon, and that's going to last until Comanche. Westbound on I-40 right now. From Carlisle all the way down to Rio Grande, traffic moving slow in that area. So things moving a bit slow northbound I-25 between Gibson and Central.
Brought to you by the Albuquerque Journal. The Albuquerque Journal and Business Book. When you need local answers, the most reliable and in-depth information about health, safety, jobs, taxes, crime, energy, transportation, or government. Get the answers. Subscribe at abqjournal.com.
See an accident, call the traffic tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from KQOP Traffic Center.
The Jim Rome Show.
Third practice without restriction. The 49ers. Not so good for Trey Lance. So where does that leave that? Purdy, of course, suffered a significant injury in the NFC Championship game, had surgery, fought his way back. Is the job his or not? Seems to be a no-brainer. Unless he re-tears UCL between now and the start of the year, it's absolutely his job, regardless of what they gave up to get Trey Lance.
The Jim Rome Show. Weekdays at 10 on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
With Labor Day savings at the Home Depot, we have laundry appliances that just fit. They'll fit your space, fit your needs, and with extra large capacity, Samsung laundry pairs can fit more loads in less time. Plus, with free delivery on orders of $396 and up, you won't have to worry about fitting your new laundry pair in the back of your car. Get up to $700 off select appliances like Samsung. Home Depot. Now doers get more done. Pricing valid 8/24 through 9/13. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Taco Bell, we like to keep mornings simple because before 11 a.m., you're not down for whatever.
No.
You're not interested in trying new things.
No.
You want a breakfast that's toned down and delicious, like the Breakfast Crunch Wrap with fluffy eggs, sausage, melty cheese, and a crispy hash brown and a grilled tortilla.
I want to eat.
See? You may not be a morning person. It's morning, and you're a person. Taco Bell breakfast, served until 11 a.m. At participating Taco Bell stores during breakfast hours only, while supplies last.
New Mexico has an attractive home football schedule this season. rival New Mexico State on September 16th, as well as conference opponents UNLV in Hawaii. Right now, when you purchase single game tickets to any game for as low as $16, you will receive 50% off the single game price for the home opener versus Tennessee Tech on September 9th. That's any game and receive Tennessee Tech at half off. That's a crazy deal, but don't wait. Tickets will go fast. Visit golobos.com/tickets to get yours today.
To some, this might sound like a typical family dog. But at Dog Chow, we know that for a veteran suffering from PTSD, this could be the sound of life-saving therapy. That's why we've made it our mission to connect every military hero in need, the canine hero of their own. To learn about the simple ways you can help Dog Chow in our mission, visit dogchow.com/veteran.
By Purina.
O'Reilly Auto Parts' new Brake Best Select Pro brand raises the bar for the best aftermarket domestic brake pads and rotors available. For vehicle-specific friction formulations, Quiet-Tech noise-canceling shims, and stainless steel hardware, choose Brake Best Select Pro. Professional-grade brake from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Take us with you anywhere.
Well, anywhere with cell service.
Download the KNML app in the Google Play or iTunes App Store. Just search KNML.
I'll say it once. I'll say it again. I'll say it 1,000 friggin' times. Danny G's a dude.
He is a dude.
We're lucky to have him.
Yes.
Dubs might not be there yet. He is a leader of men, and he is fantastic for this Albuquerque and surrounding area community. You should be proud to have him as your coach. Welcome back to 2 Men On, 95.9 FM, AM 610, Knee Sports Animal. Look, you weren't aware already. Well, the Sports Animal is your home for Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's say you're not at Howie's sports page.
Like A. Marie.
With the boys.
Like A. Marie.
Raging at the page with the Monday Night Maniacs, like A. Marie. You can listen right here on 95.9 FM and AM 6 in the Sports Channel.
And people are really confused these days, Vans. They're like, oh, I can't get direct TV. I have to get the YouTube. I have to get the Amazon. I have to get the Hulu, the Haw. No, you don't. You just got to tune in. And we have a free app.
Hey, and it's quite often
free.
It's quite often Kevin Harlan.
Yeah. So you're welcome.
My
world.
favorite friend of the show, Kevin Harlan, right here. He like gives
free.
He gives my football phallus a thick rush of blood for sure. I love hearing him calling games. He's the best.
You don't want to pay for packages or streaming?
Joe
That's okay.
Buck can suck it.
Yeah. I think I've heard you say that before.
Because he's Fred's hero. I'm sick of hearing
What
it.
about Troy Aikman? Trying to segue into this next segment.
Average. Oh, you talking about Troy Aikman's old boss, Jerry Jones, who has little, to my knowledge, amazing comedic timing?
Oh, boy.
Hit me with that footage, Amory.
Last year he drives 100 miles an hour and has and this. I mean, how do you?
Speaking on Sam Williams.
First of all, I'm saying that he is, which is more often the case than not. This sounds a little hollow, but he does and is, and he is. What was he going, 66? Going 66 miles an hour? No, this year. So he's 34 miles an hour less than this year than he was last year. 98 to 66. So that's improvement.
Dude, that's legit. That is legit hilarious. Do you think that's freestyle or somebody
America's
wrote that
team.
for him?
I think that's freestyle. That sounds totally right on track with Jerry Jones.
He's maturing.
And let's not hold your player accountable. It's like, no, he's doing better. He was going 34 miles per hour less than last year.
Hey, who knows? If he's still on the team next year, maybe he's only going 10 over.
Hey,
Maybe he doesn't have weed in a gun with him.
A challenge for Sam Williams. So this past weekend, though, man, he was charged with possession of controlled substance and unlawful carrying of a weapon. And but last December, he was involved in a 2-car accident which led to an arrest and
Yeah.
a warrant. He was speeding up to 98 miles per hour, as which we know that Mr. Jerry Jones gives a math lesson. So,
Like a lot of people on the other side of the glass, our neighbors here at KKOB, when it comes to personal behavior, I'm quite libertarian, Amory. If you're not hurting yourself or anyone else, go crazy.
get
Look,
yourself something.
Cowboys fan, I get it. He likes to party. From one dude to another dude, I like to party too. I like to have a good time. I saw Sam Williams out in the streets, and he's packing heat, and he's rolling blunts. I might be in the same place as this guy. Does he hang out in Albuquerque? I've probably seen him around. Sounds like a fun guy. But like last year, when you get into a multiple car wreck and you hurt people and your horrible decisions affect people's lives, that is bad.
This is
Do
bad.
not hurt people.
This is bad parenting by Jerry Jones too. I'm like, okay, enabler. Well, he's going 34 miles per. Like, stop. This is not okay. This has gone too far.
And because these stories pop up every 3 days, please apologize for me for not doing insane amounts of homework. What 66 in what? Okay, is it a 66 and a
School
55?
zone? Or 66 in a
66 and a 55.
neighborhood?
Guess what? Your boy does that almost every day.
Same. I'm not. I'm not going to lie to the loyal listeners.
66 and a 45, you're putting your community in danger. 66 and a 35, you're just asking for trouble. 66 in a school zone, which school? Let's talk. Good job, Jerry Jones. You got some pretty amazing comedic timing.
Man,
that's the quote of the preseason.
Oh, yes.
That's the most quotable soundbite of the preseason. You don't got a lot of time to top Jerry Jones either.
So you got some time, but that was my favorite one.
Look, I'm 41 years old. I'm mostly set in my ways. But you know what I also like to do, Amory?
What?
Maturing.
Maturing?
I-9 varsity when we get back. The I-9 varsity of nicknames. Right here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal.
This report is sponsored by GeneratorFranchise.com. Millions protect their homes from power outages with Generac home standby generators. Would you like to be part of this lucrative industry? Generator Supercenter, the nation's #1 Generac generator dealer, has limited franchise opportunities in your area. Learn more at GeneratorFranchise.com.
Flurry traffic right now. Things continue to move slow. Westbound on Paseo between I-25 and the river. Also, Alameda headed west between I-25 and Coors. Traffic moving slowly as well. Dealing with congestion southbound on I-25 as you approach it. And that's going to last until Comanche. Westbound on I-40 right now. From Carlisle all the way down to Rio Grande. Traffic moving slow in that area. Also moving a bit slow northbound I-25 between Gibson and Central.
Brought to you by Anderson Abruzzo International Balloon Museum Foundation.
Celebrate Balloon Fiesta with VIP dining and viewing events above the clouds at the Balloon Museum. Stunning panoramic views paired with delicious dining and museum elegance and parking. Purchase your tickets now at balloonmuseum.com.
If you see an accident, call the Traffic Tracker hotline at 767-9167. Brought to you by American Home Furniture and Mattress, proudly providing New Mexicans with quality furniture and service for over 87 years. I'm Michael Carlisle from the 96.3 News Radio KKOB Traffic Center.
We are 2 weeks away from the start of pro football season. I'm Ed Egros here to help you beat the books with BetQL. Detroit and Kansas City officially kick off the pro football season 2 weeks from tonight. BetQL has your must-have football season preview ready to go. With over 10,000 in-depth game-by-game simulations at your fingertips, be equipped with unparalleled insights to make informed bets. I'm Eddie. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetQL and
Did you know that Indigo Mortgage has had the same name and ownership for 20 years now? I can think of only a tiny handful of local mortgage companies that can make that claim. I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage, and proud to say that over the last 20 years, we have helped many homeowners in our community finance their homes with honesty and integrity. And in today's mortgage environment, borrowers need an advocate working for them, not an application maker like that with big banks and national lenders. Because Indigo Mortgage is a broker, we can most often find the right mortgage with the lowest rates for our borrowers. And please shop around. Be certain that you're getting the best rates and fees on your mortgage. And as always, be sure to include your trusted local mortgage company, Indigo Mortgage. Find us on the net at indigomortgage.net or by calling 836-5700. That's 836-5700. Indigo Mortgage, NMLS 23-1962 and 188-348.
Douglas is a real Prevagen user and paid testimonialist.
My name is Douglas. I'm 79 and I live in Chicago. I'm a writer, director. I used to be a marathon runner. Now I'm a walker. The kind of work that I do, you are surrounded by people who are all younger than you. Memory became a factor. As everyone gets older, where did I put my keys? But I had to get help to stay competitive. I happened across Prevagen, and I started taking it. I saw myself having an improved memory, which at the same time, I felt better about myself. I could not be doing what I'm doing today had it not been for Prevagen.
Prevagen, healthier brain, better life. Prevagen is available in stores everywhere. Based on a clinical study of subgroups of individuals who are cognitively normal or mildly impaired.
These products and statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
These days, it's important to know people and businesses you can trust. There's a lot of places where you can buy a vehicle. There's only a few local dealerships where you'll find honest people who have your best interest in mind. And Fiesta Subaru is one of them. We've been helping our neighbors save money and drive dependable cars for years, and we'd love to help you. With new Subarus arriving daily, you're going to love our selection and the peace of mind you'll get driving a Subaru from Fiesta. So stop by and see us today at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas, or just start driving now at fiestasubaru.com.
I can't wait for what's next. Higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. The Pixaban tablets reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines, such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Friday on the opening drive, Mountain West football over/under win totals and what you need to know about the final weekend of the NFL preseason. GOD with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck starts at 7 a.m.
I tell you what, we're about to hand it over to Isotope Baseball, who are on fire. Check out the broadcast once we're off air here. The boys are back. The Topes went on a little schneid, and that's okay. It happens every once in a while. But they're on their trajectory, their championship trajectory. Your Albuquerque Isotopes. Joe Trott with the call. Bob Wolpo will be producing.
Mm-hmm.
I waved at Bob. He's in the studio.
He's in the zone.
He didn't see me. We'll get to the I-9 varsity here in a short second. But when we got legendary caller Marty on the line talking Cowboys, we always answer. What's happening, brother?
What's up, guys? I take a siesta hibernation, what you want to call it, when football comes up, and I just come out of my cave and say, okay, it's time to talk sport.
You and a lot of other friends of the show.
Like back
people
to
take a little summer sabbatical from Sports Talk Radio. When NFL comes back, the boys are hungry.
Well, you know, in the case of Sam Williams, if he's in Colorado, shoot, New Mexico, he's probably just like half of the citizens here, a little weed, a little gun. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's just in Texas where it's frowned upon, and I'm sure a lot of Texans carrying guns out there. I'm not sure there are a lot of them carrying weed, but my understanding it's going to be a misdemeanor. So we'll see how Roger, I hate the Cowboys, Goodell comes back and really lays the hammer on him. I give him my guess, 6 games minimum to get back at Jerry.
Really?
Get back.
So you agree with Jerry Jones that he's returning?
Yeah, it's baby steps, right?
Yeah.
Baby steps. Jerry still sounds pretty sharp for what is he, 81, 82? He sounds pretty sharp still. I mean, he's always been kooky magooky with some of his takes, but he still sounds pretty sharp. He can still, hold the conversation, and only Jerry knows what he means, but Jerry's always keeping it positive. He's a salesman. He's got to keep everything positive. And we'll turn this around. And
it's your year.
I got to say, go ahead.
It's your year.
I got to say, this is probably one of the better teams they've had in a long time. But we'll see with the Cowboys, and as long as they don't get. But I'm already seeing Overshown out for the year. Sam Williams. I'm like, guys, just stop getting in your own way now. Overshown, that was an injury, unfortunate one, but we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Some of these teams will take steps back. NFC is very beatable. Everybody talks about the Niners. I'm like, well, they haven't won a Super Bowl probably longer than the Cowboys. I think their last Super Bowl was 95 as far as I recall. Now, they've been
Around
there, but they have not won a Super Bowl. Yeah, so.
Yeah, they've lost a couple.
I don't know. Yeah, and we all kind of knew that we were going to have a quarterback. So. That's on them. They can go cheap on the quarterback, and I think it'll on them. I'm not sold on Purdy.
In Sam
I'm not
and
sold on
Jerry's defense, he is maturing.
He is
He
maturing.
went from 100 to 66. Next year, he's going to get like just a little 10 over speeding ticket. No weed, no guns. Thanks for the call, Marty.
We're up against it.
All right. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking the call.
A lot of NFL takes
come on.
coming this season from Marty.
We couldn't not talk to Marty. I love when friends of the show come out of NFL hibernation.
All right, real quick.
Give like a minute.
Fastest I-9 varsity ever. The I-9 varsity of nicknames. I'll go first.
Schnook.
Nick Chubb.
Oh. I thought we were just saying.
Nickname.
Tall.
I'll show myself out.
Yeah, I get where you're going.
Too
with that.
tall?
Too tall.
Or an appropriate amount of tall.
Tall drink of water. Loaf of bread. I told
loaf
you one the
of
other,
bread?
Remember I told you one the other day?
Hell of a show today.
Yes,
Thank you. We're going to have to do this. We're going to have an extended marketing. Hell of a show today. Thank you so much, Danny G, for joining us, for the callers and texters. Hey, Marie did a great job. We'll see you tomorrow. Friends of the show, don't miss a second of the opening drive tomorrow, right here on the Sports Animal. We love you, Burke. Stay safe. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.